Good evening, everybody, and how are we this evening? Hope you have all had a very good week. Thanks for asking. My week's not been too bad. Had a bit going on. Some of you will find it very difficult to believe that I've been busy at work. Some of you may even find that impossible to believe. But been busy at work. Had a bit on, but had Friday off. So all I did Friday was good evening, Andy. All I did Friday was tinker around with some bikes. Went out on a bit of a cycle ride. But had a fairly chilled, relaxing evening. Then Saturday comes round, and we all know what Saturday is. Saturday is Cook Along with Rob. So what we're going to do this evening is have you got a clip on? Yes, I have. Yeah, look. Exciting. So what we're going to do this evening is we are going to do a toffee and walnut roulade. Okay. Now, was going to be toffee and pecan, but there appears to be a world shortage of pecans. So we went for walnuts instead. Nuts are nut, isn't it? So if anybody's got a nut allergy, this definitely is not the one for you. If anybody's trying desperately to lose weight, this also definitely is not the one for you. Because, to be honest with you, we've got quite a lot of cream going in it. A little bit of sugar, quite a lot of sugar actually. And the toffee sauce is cream, muscovado sugar, butter. So if you're thinking of losing weight on this recipe, forget it. It's not going to happen. So without further ado, we shall get underway. So first thing to do, switch the oven on. The oven needs to go to 140, just 140. So the oven's on at 140. So Swiss roll tin. I did realise, because Paula kept reminding me, that... Hello, Paulie. How are you? How's that duckadile doing? I did realise that after looking at the TV guide, and Paula kept reminding me that I was up against Frozen. And I just said to her, I said, let it go. You know, I just said, let it go. You know, don't worry about the wind, the rain, the snow. I said, just let it go. So we've progressed on from that now, and Paula stopped mentioning it, which is good. So what we're going to do is we are going to grease the Swiss roll tin. Okay, very technical way of doing it, you see. Little bit of kitchen roll. Finger the butter. Well, it's not actually butter even, to be honest with you. It's not even butter. It's olive spread from Aldi. Other spreads are available. So we're going to give that a bit of a grease. Okay. Get it into all the edges, all the crevices, all the cracks. Get it in there, get it in nice and deep. That's it. There we go. There we go. So that's that greased. Now we need a piece of a grease-proof paper. Ta-da! Or, for the uninitiated, tracing paper. So we're going to slice down there. Don't worry, I know you're all thinking, my word, who gave him a pair of scissors? Don't worry, there is an adult here, okay? So don't worry about that. So that's going to go in there like that. Okay, that's going in there like that. Okay, and then we're going to put that. 'to one side. Oh dear. When that, we, we're just going to move that a little bit now. Hi Francis, how are you? Glad to see you back again for some more tips. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to fold that up. I've quite got 3 centimetres, but don't worry. I'm using man's measurements. Okay, so that is 3 centimetres. So push it into all the edges. Pat a cake and all of that. So, hello Holly and Nathan, how are you this evening? Have you had a good day? Why is Mel watching Frozen? Tell her to let it go. Mel needs to definitely let it go. So, now I'm going to get this. I'll move that over there for a minute. So, that is my first bit of prep done. Okay, now, on goes the apron. Okay. Apron on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the toffee sauce first so that it can be cooling. Okay, it can be cooling. So, what we need for toffee sauce? We need muscovado sugar. Just looks like sugar that's gone a bit off really, or a bit damp. Some butter or de beurre. All the best chefs know how to speak French, you know. So, de beurre. And some cow juice. Okay? I don't know what that is in French, and to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in knowing. But cow juice. Okay? Now, what? All we're going to do is we're going to move that over towards the that thing that does all the cookery thing. That's it. Going to move it over to here, look. So, I'll step round the dog. Step round the dog. This doesn't get precarious at all, does it? So, all we're going to do, we're going to put all this in the pan. We're going to put the ring on. Okay, this just all goes in. All goes in there like that. That goes over there. And this is very, very... Ah, the hat. Well, the hat doesn't fit in on the camera. That's the problem with the hat. So, I've kind of done away with the hat, if I'm being honest, at the moment. But we're trying. Yes, you are right, Andy. The dog is the adult. You are correct. So, what we're going to do, we're going to put all of this into the saucepan. Okay? And this is double cream. Not any of that single stuff. This is double cream. So I don't quite know how a cow produces double cream. Maybe it runs around a bit more. Maybe it runs around a bit more before it comes out. I don't know. I don't know. So, we also have a little bit of sea salt. Okay? Not a seesaw, sea salt. This is coarse. It swore at me earlier. It's very coarse. So, what we're going to do is we're going to just give that a stir. Look. So, looks a bit messy at the moment, I know. But, like I said, let it go. We're now going to keep this stirring. Does look like, I'm not going to lie, it does look like I've forgotten something in this pan. But I don't think I have. It's kind of going the right colour. It's sort of going toffee-ish colour. You know. So, this is going okay, isn't it? Look at this. So, the de beurre is going to melt. The sugar's going to melt. And the cream is going to be the cream and kind of go brownie coloured when the butter melts. So, hopefully, we should be lucky enough before you're it's a bit like magic, isn't it? It's a bit like magic. Could be a magician. Some of the stuff that comes out of this oven, I could be a magician. So we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that going there for a minute. Keep stirring it. Do not stop stirring it. You just need to just keep this going along like this. Just keep it going. It's crikey. It's like the debur is softening. You'll be very pleased to know, because what we're going to do, what we've also got to do is we've got to make a bit more meringue. Okay? Because if you're uninitiated, up until about 2 days ago, I thought a roulade was made with sponge. So I thought we were going to have another bit of a Swiss roll episode. But fortunately, we didn't have a Swiss roll episode because we've got to make it out of meringue. So there's going to be a little bit more holding the bowl over the head moment. Okay, which I know you all like that Jeopardy. It's going quite a nice colour now. Look. It's going like a it's going, yeah, the best way I can describe it, it's going like a toffee colour. It's going very toffee coloured. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of something else then, but I remembered that we had some children watching. We had children watching. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep going. The debur's nearly got a nice colour now, look. It is going a nice colour, which is the important thing. Always needs to be the right colour. You know, before you do anything, make sure it's the right colour. Because chances are, if it's not the right colour, it's very probably gone off. So we're just going to leave that. We're just going to get that. Going to get all the butter into it. We're going to get all the butter into it. Got a new tool to use tonight as well. Very exciting. So we've got to chop the walnuts, you know. So got a new tool. Very, very exciting. So I have a bit of a question for you, really, while we're waiting for this butter to melt. So, as Bojo has released some of the lockdown measures as of Monday, I'm wondering whether this could be the last cook along with Rob. So, what I was wondering was, I thought I would ask your views on it. And if I do keep it going, do I do it once a month? Do I do it once a fortnight? Some people are wishing I probably would never do it again. But that's just jealousy, I think. I think that's just jealousy. So, that's the question, really. I mean, I'm sure we're going to do a Christmas special. Definitely do a Christmas special. Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong with a Christmas special? So I'm thinking that... So, have a think about it. You're still going to watch once a week. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can keep going. We'll find it. Okay, then. So next week, then, we'll do choux pastry. There you go. We'll do choux pastry next week. So I just need to taste this now. Just need to taste this. Sorry? This is going to be very warm, apparently, when I taste this. I just said that because I didn't think it was going to be, if I'm being completely honest. Make sure you fuff it. And, okay. Okay, we'll do more. Okay, votes carried on then. Votes carried on. So, that's quite nice. So, bubbling away nicely. Bubbling away. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in it, so it's a bit salty toffee. So, it said a bit. It said add to taste. So, I've just tasted it. It tasted quite nice, so I've put some salt in it. Now that's probably ruined it, but It says let it bubble away. I don't really know why you let it bubble away. I can't imagine that boiling double cream is possibly the way forward. But it does look a little bit thin, I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie, looks... Evening, Ian, or is it Claire? Join us. Happy birthday, Ian. Happy birthday. So let's have a... Yep. So, Christmas special. Christmas special. I don't know if anybody else is reading the comments. Christmas special. We're going to get a bird on the table and we're going to give her a good stuffing. So, so we're going to... Evening, Helen. How are you? Evening, Helen. So... The reason we bubble it, apparently, is because it thickens it. Thickens it, you know. So we're going to bubble it a little bit more. So, so yeah, so the cook-along at Christmas could be quite funny. Cook-along's going to be quite funny. Christmas special, crikey. What could go wrong there, eh? What could... Mince pies. Now there's one, isn't it? Mince pies. There's a good one. Mince pies. I'm not going to make a Christmas pudding. You can get them at Aldi for 99p. There's no point me making one. It's still not thickening. That's a bit of a worry, isn't it? That's a bit of a worry. Got to keep stirring it because you don't want it to burn on the bottom, do you? You don't want it to burn on the bottom. Because as soon as it starts burning on your bottom, it goes all sticky. And we don't want it sticky. So, I think that we'll give it a little bit of a go. We're going to put some light on the subject. There we go. That's better. A bit of incandescent light. Yes, Helen, yes, I'm... Holly wants a 3D Christmas cake. Crikey. Okay, right, so we're going to switch that off now. Because I reckon that's going to go quite nice. It's going to go lush, that is. That's going to go lush. And we're going to put it into a glass bowl. Okay, so we'll move her. Hello! So we're going to move it into there. Okay, we're going to tip it into a glass bowl like that. Okay, it's very hot. It's very, very hot. Very hot. That's very bubbly, that is. Very, very bubbly. So I'm now going to put that to one side so it can cool. And if it goes too stiff, I'm going to warm it up to soften it. A frozen Christmas cake. Ah, oh. Yep, you're right, Ian. There is more finger in a pastry. I won't wash that. Actually, not that I'm going to wash that saucepan anyway. Pixie's not going to wash that saucepan because we may need to put that back in there just to thin it out a little bit because it may have gone too stiff. Okay, now we're on to the exciting part now. Right, clean bowl, clean bowl, bowl, clean bowl. Now, you want to make sure it's very clean, okay, very clean. Room temperature, okay. Make sure your eggs are at room temperature and unfertilised. Nothing. Right, now. Ah, come on, let's get the Jeopardy going again. Let's go straight in, no kissing. So, we're going to separate these, okay? So we just get the whites. You'd think I'd be getting good at this by now, wouldn't you? Oh, egg. You can finger the eggs, you know. Don't know if you're aware of that. You can finger the eggs if you need to. I still haven't done the egg fingering thing yet. Oh, don't put that over there. I've got 3 more to go. So, don't want to be fingering the eggs. So, 1 down. If you all remember me eating mess, it went very, very well up until number 4. And then it went very, very Pete Tong. And I had to start again. So, it's quite difficult really. That'll do. So, it's been quite entertaining, hasn't it? We've had a bit of fun. What am I making? Other than a mess, I am making a toffee and walnut roulade. So, very nice indeed, maybe. Crikey, that one's very thick. Hey, for a moment. And if not, we are going to have to go with the sound on the microphone on the camera. So, am I back now? Is that better? Can you turn yours up? That's it. Okay, right. Let's roll with this then. We'll roll with this as it is. So, right, we need the whisk. Don't forget, we have a special whisk. We have a whisk with the world's shortest lead. Okay, but we overcome that with a distension lead. Okay. It's going to get a bit noisy for a minute. Okay, it's going to get a little bit noisy. So we're going to mix the egg whites. And we're going to whisk them until they're stiff. Okay? Until they're stiff. Okay, they're now stiff. So we know what happens next. Yeah, here we go. There we go. So they're definitely stiff enough. So what we're going to do now then. So now what we're going to do, we're going to gradually whisk in the sugar. Okay, so we're whiskey. There we go, we gradually whisked that in, didn't we? So we're gradually whisking that now. Sounds alright. Get it nice and stiff. And it probably could do being a little bit claggy. Right, that's now all whisked. Okay, so I'll give those to my little helper. Okay, so that's now done that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chop up my walnuts. Oh, Paulie. So we're going to put this new little tool in that I got. Had it a while, but never really been allowed to use it before. So we're going to chop the walnuts. Okay. A little bit noisy for just a little bit. Don't want to chop them too much. Don't want them to be like desiccated coconuts. Still a nut, you know. Still a nut. So, what we're now going to do, we've now got the baking tray. Going to get rid of that whisk for a minute. Don't need that for a sec. Let's move that over there to one side. And metal spoon. Metal spoon, okay? Now, you want to be really gentle with this. Okay? You don't want it to be, you don't want to knock the air out of it. Okay, so let me have a bit of a change around. I'm a left hooker, so it's going to get a bit awkward for me. It says a round bladed knife. What if you haven't got a round bladed knife? What am I supposed to use if I haven't got a round bladed knife? Is that anything like a spatula?
Palette knife, but you could probably use that little pink thing you've got. Little pink handle thing you've got.
So, there we go. So we're going to get all that in there. Does seem to be a lot of it, but hey ho. I mean, what could go wrong here? We're going to place that over there for a minute.
What size is frozen on asking for a friend?
So, I know it's not a palette knife. I'm fully aware it's not a palette knife, but I reckon it will do the job. So now we're going to smooth it into the edges. Okay. Without knocking too much air out.
Paul is told him what to
Paulie, not helpful. So we're smoothing it out now. I'm trying my best not to knock too much air out of it, but oh my dear Lord. So there we go. There we go, that's done now. Mmm. Yeah, I think it's your Scottish internet, Francis. So, doesn't say how long to cook it for, which is a bit of a worry, isn't it? That's quite interesting, isn't it? Doesn't tell me how long to cook it. Oh, yes, it does. 25 minutes. 25 minutes? I'll do it for 25 minutes. Take out the cutty thing, okay? So now, you get your nuts and you spread your nuts. Just like that. Just let your nuts spread. Oh crikey, there was a lot in there then. There we go, so I've spread my nuts. So that is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to slide that in the oven where it's nice and warm. Don't think it looks too wet, but it's still peaky, so I'm sure it'll be fine, won't it? I mean, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? So, I'm going to slide that in the oven. For 25 minutes, I'll put the fire alarm on. So the fire alarm's now on. So we've got 25 minutes. That's cooling down nicely as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to whip the cream. Okay, so we've got the cream whipped. Whippity-doo-dah. And the cream needs doing into soft peaks. Okay, 300 ml of cream. Alright, 300 ml of cream, so measuring it and everything, look at that. We like cream, so we'll put a little bit more in. There we go. Thing about cream. I probably want the bowl that the toffee sauce is in, really, not this Mahoosic one here. Still, not to worry. We'll get it in there like that. There we go. Bob, I thought you were watching Frozen. Elsa's missing you. So we're now going to whisk this. But you'll notice there's something missing. It's okay. I'll dry them up. On this malarkey now, you see, all over it. All over it. Evening, Sue. Good evening, Sue. No, not yet. Just in case I need to put the toffee sauce back in. Oh, yeah, go on then. So, I'm just drying me things. Just drying me things. So, put that in there like that. That in there like that. If you don't push these in all the way home, they fly out mid-spin apparently. Huh, who knew? Let's get a bit noisy again now. Get a bit noisy, but don't worry. Don't worry. Just a bit of noise. Now, what you want to do is you also want to get this to soft peaks as well. Okay? You also want to get this into soft peaks. of science for you. How this thickens is when you're whisking it, you whisk air into it. And the air thickens it up. So you end up with fluffy cream. So we've got the whisk going crazy now. The whisk is now going crazy. I'm going to keep whisking that. I'm trying to multitask now. What's that? Very good, Paul. Very good. It's not gone soft peaky yet. It don't matter. This takes longer than the meringue. Ah, we're getting there now though. Now we're getting there. I'm going to stop there. Because what I don't want it to do, I don't want it to become too thick, because then I won't be able to spread it. And there is nothing worse than not being able to spread. Okay, so we're going to remove those, pass those to the Pixie. Pixie's all over that. We're going to take the plug out of there. You should always be careful with electricity. It hurts. It hurts quite a lot, I believe. So, now, we've got a little bit of jeopardy coming up, okay, because it says, lay a damp tea towel out flat on your work surface. I don't have a damp tea towel, but I can have, I suppose. We're back to that thing again, aren't we? That when does damp become moist? Very good question. I don't know is the honest answer to that. Because then when does moist become flooding? So we've got 3 stages there, haven't we? So, something for you all to ponder. Something for you all to ponder. So, my damp tea towel's making its way back. Okay. It's just like the other tea towel, only damp. So it says lay that out on your work surface. Okay, so I've laid that out on my work surface. It's all very testicle. Right, okay. So, we've got another 18 minutes before that comes out the oven. I know, I know it was 3 hours, I know. So, what I think we'll do is we will join me back in about 15 minutes, okay, and that is when the meringue will be coming out the oven, okay, And that's where the jeopardy and the excitement happens. Okay, don't forget the excitement. So, thank you all for joining me for the first part, and hopefully I will all see you back with me very, very shortly.